Podcast.
Boom! Have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is here. Biggity boom. Have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is in the place to be. Welcome to the Iron Dome of Disruption. Welcome to the Ziggity Zone of Disruption. My name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Inflamed Ashkenazi, a.k.a. the Sultan of Sniff, a.k.a. the Raging Bullshitter, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. New York. Boom! I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast coming live and direct from the Gloom Tomb version 3. The third iteration of the Gloom Tomb. Of course, the OG Gloom Tomb still exists. Gloom Tomb number 2, no mas. But the Gloom Tomb number 3 is in the place to be. This is the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. Hope everybody's feeling real good. Hope everybody's feeling really safe. Hope everybody is feeling really sane. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast coming live and diggity direct. And as you could see, we are back in the broadcasting business, live, looking real good. One of the things I'm very, very concerned about when we are broadcasting the I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is I hate lint. I like OG lint brushes, and I hate lint. I know Cameron and Mace, they have their show, It Is What It Is. And their show's dope, and Cameron's always brushing his hair. I'm going to always be brushing off the lint because when you have a black shirt on, I can't stand when I see myself and there's lint. And I like the OG. I don't like the tape lint brush. I like the OG lint brush. Hope everybody's having a good holiday. I really do. Hope everybody is finding time to relax. Hope everybody is finding time to chill. Hope everybody is, enjoying their family. Hope your family's not driving you nuts. Hope you're eating. Hope you are sleeping. And I hope you are rinsing and repeating, doing it all. I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast is in the place to be. I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that I have shows booked in February at the American Comedy Co. February 6th, 7th, and 8th. And I'll be in Philadelphia, Valentine's Day at the Fillmore. Philadelphia at the Fillmore on the 14th. Philadelphia at the Fillmore on the 14th. And I got a bunch of other shows up. All tickets, all information's available at michaelrapaportcomedy.com, michaelrapaportcomedy.com. But I'm performing in San Diego. I love that club. That's a dope club. That's like a club environment. People are right in front of you. You could feel them. They could feel you. And I've had great shows at the American Comedy Club in Chicago. So I'll be there the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And like I said, Valentine's Day, Philadelphia on the 14th. Anyway, I Am Rapaport Stereo Podcast. What can I say? I'm waiting to hear what the young shooter has to say about the new Bob Dylan, Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong movie. Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong is not reinventing. He's inventing. He is inventing. He is showing the world what it means to be a modern day movie star. A movie star in 2024. The days of the coy, shy, unavailable, unrelatable movie star are done. You must get out there and sell. Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong. I think he's 24 years old, 25 years old. Great actor. Good-looking kid, the Chalamet Ding Dong. Good. I don't know whether to fuck him or fight him. Timo, that's what they call him. Timo. The ladies call him T-Mac. No disrespect to the great Tracy McGrady, the OG T-Mac, but Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong is an A-list star blossoming and showing and writing the handbook on what it means to be a movie star in 2024. And I say this because you can't not do press. Leonardo DiCaprio has done so little press, and he's earned it. He came from a different era. Even Ryan Gosling, he's a little bit more accessible than Leonardo, but Leonardo came from that, Marlon Brando, which came to Robert De Niro, which came to Sean Penn, which, we don't do talk shows. You know me and you see me when you see me on screen. That's no longer going to work. And Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong grew up in the social media age, and he is embracing social media to sell his movie, the Bob Dylan film, A Complete Unknown, which somehow, some way is attempting to make Bob Dylan chic and cool in 2024. Personally, I think it's impossible. No disrespect to Bob Dylan, to the great James Mangold, who I worked with in Copland. I don't think even Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong will be able to make Bob Dylan cool or chic in 2024, because I think that Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong is more cool. He's certainly better looking. He's cuter. He's more likable. He's more relatable than Bob Dylan ever was or ever will be. No disrespect to Bob. No disrespect to Bob Dylan, who's Jewish. Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong, I believe he's Jewish. New Yorker. Went to LaGuardia High School, next door to the high school that I graduated from, Martin Luther King High School. But he's been doing press. He's been on ESPN giving college score predictions. He's giving hip-hop interviews. And he's just fun, totally comfortable with himself, totally comfortable in his skin, totally comfortable being a movie star, doesn't take himself too seriously, but also can talk about things in a very serious way. He seems like a really good kid, this Chalamet Ding Dong. And I also feel like, based on some of his interviews, Chalamet Ding Dong, Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong must listen to the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, because I heard him talking about sick fucks, and I heard him saying Chalamet Ding Dong. Not that no one ever called him Chalamet Ding Dong in his life, because I was thinking, I invented Chalamet Ding Dong. So, and then I was thinking, no, if you're Timothée Chalamet, other people probably has said Chalamet Ding Dong to you. But Miles Jordan, play the clip of Timothée Chalamet quoting what I think is I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, sick fucks.
Eric Foley. Eric Foley. The fuck is Eric Foley?
You played Eric Foley, a dead body.
Oh, shit, in Law & Order. That's true. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was my first gig. Law & Order with Anthony Anderson and JeremySistofans.com.
Poor Eric, eh?
Yeah, Eric Foley got murdered. I got murdered a lot as a child. 10-year-old, 11-year-old, 12-year-old, 13-year-old. I think there was something about the sick fucks in New York casting that thought this kid would look good slaughtered. Shabba ding dong.
There you have it. Do you guys think Timothée Chalamet is listening to the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast? I wouldn't be surprised. Who doesn't listen to the That's really the question, is who doesn't? What movie stars, modern day, past day, or present, don't listen to the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast? But I would love to talk to Chalamet, because he loves acting. He loves the Knicks. And apparently, allegedly, he used to play ball. Apparently, allegedly, he used to play ball. Word on the street is that he's got game for an actor. He's got game. Anyway, I'm waiting for the young shooter, Dean Collins, to give his full review of the Bob Dylan film, A Complete Unknown, which, like I said, I'll watch it when it comes out on video. But unfortunately, I'm not going to the theater, even though I love James Mangold, and he did the Ford versus Ferrari. He, of course, did Copland, the incredible Walk the Line with Joaquin Phoenix, who destroyed playing Johnny Cash. He was incredible. Reese Witherspoon, they were excellent in that. But I will not be going to see that movie in the theaters because unfortunately, I'm not. I'm one of those people. It sucks. But Chalamet Ding Dong is really making a good presentation for going to see that. I just hope that people don't watch him on social media more than they watch his movies, particularly this one, which, again, he's supposed to be great in, and it also is supposed to be a great film. I'll tell you what, I've kind of had enough of. Not that I've had enough, But I'm overwhelmed with the NFL. I am overwhelmed with the NFL. NFL used to be Sundays. You get your football. Monday, you get your Monday night game. And then occasionally you get a Thursday night game. And then they made Thursday all day, every day, Thursday night football. And those games, historically, they stink. And then you'd get a Thursday game during Thanksgiving. And if it lined up correctly, you get a game on Christmas. But only if it lined up correctly. Those days are over. And let's not forget that the NFL is a extremely violent sport. I remember the way my body used to feel when I played football up until I was 13. I played tackle football up until I was 13, and my body would ache. And as a young boy, I'm talking about like it would ache on Sunday. We played the game Saturday. It would ache on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you'd start to feel like yourself. We're talking about non-football playing football players. Can you imagine how an NFL offensive lineman, a running back, a wide receiver, a linebacker's body feels, and you're shortening the amount of days that they have rest to stuff games almost 5 days a week this past week? I mean, it was insane. You had games Saturday, you had games Sunday, you had games Monday, and then you had to have a game during Christmas. And people, it's a lot. And I'm a diehard football fan. I love watching the games, but you got the games all over the place, and they weren't that good. The games actually sucked on Christmas. You got Beyonce performing. She's coming out on white horses doing songs. I never heard them. Not that I'm a big Beyonce fan. I mean, I don't want any beef with the Beehive, the Beyonce fans. Shit. I don't know who's worse, the Ariana Grande fans, the Lady Gaga fans, the Swifties, they've proven themselves formidable, or the Beyonce fans. The Swifties and the Beehive. I don't want smoke with the Swifties or the Beehive. Said it once, said it many times. I once took on the Grandes, the Grandettes, whatever Ariana Grande's fan, they came after me, and they came after me hard. I sniffed around a beef with Janet Jackson fans, and these lunatics, they pushed, and they pushed, and they'll still pop up. I remember what you said about Janet. I'm like, I'll still say it again. She hasn't had a song of relevance in 30 years. No disrespect. I love Janet. I worked with Janet. Just because you're a sick Janet Jackson fan doesn't mean you have more respect or adoration than I do. You're just a sicko. The reality is she hasn't been popping in 20-something years. Again, she might not want to be popping. She might be done trying to pop in 2025. But to be clear, I don't want any smoke with Beyonce fans, the Beehive, or the Swifties. But I will say, I watched her on Netflix, which is a pain. Everybody loves Netflix. Everybody loves Netflix and chill, Murder Doc and chill. We all love Atypical. I am currently, they are streaming Atypical on Netflix. They're also streaming the entire series of Prison Break. I believe I'm in season 4 or season 5. Prison Break, Agent Don Self. Every time I go through customs, someone will say, Prison Break, and I go, Special Agent Don Self. Like, I know what you do, and you know what I do. So I love Netflix. I love working for Netflix. I'm a subscriber. Yada yada yada. I'm not sure they have the live event situation all figured out. I was watching the Steelers play, and you're turning the game on, and it's like, do you want to watch from the beginning? And it's taking you to the beginning. And at one point, I thought I was caught up, and then I'm getting alerts on my phone that the score is different than what I'm watching. And then I turn on the Ravens game, and again, it's like, do you want to watch? I want to be able to turn on the game and be at the beginning of the game. And if I want to go backwards, cool. But when you turn on a sporting event, you want to go right to where it is. If it's the third quarter Netflix, we want the third quarter. 7 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter. We don't want to have to dip and die. It's already a pain in the ass. It's already a pain in the ass that we have different sports on different apps. It's even more of a pain in the ass that we now have NFL on Amazon. We have NFL on Netflix. We're going to soon have NFL. A Sunday is going to be spread out all over the place. You can't just click. You got to click. You got to click. And then wait, Mike Rapaport, why don't you get another TV? I don't want another TV. I don't want to watch the game on my computer and watch the game on the TV. I don't want to watch the game on the computer and the game on the phone. I want to be able to watch the game while I'm watching the game. And I want to be able to click the channel and go right to the real-time part of the game. I don't want to, do you want to sit there and watch the pregame? Why would I want to watch the pregame? Pregame ain't that important. Nobody gives a about we want to watch the game. It's the third quarter. We're heading into playoff time. Give a fuck about what Kay Adams and them are talking about. We had 2 bad football games, and just give me a break. Give us all a break. Too much. It's too much. There's so much competitive, great football going on. I have been knocked out of both of my fantasy football leagues, and it was painful. It hurt. It hurt to see other people participating while I'm on the sidelines. I don't even know who is participating for the Stern Show Fantasy Football Championship. I could care less. And in my money league, it was... I took a beating in my money league. But there's too many sports on too many different apps. And it is going to take away from the viewing experience. It's already taken away from the viewing experience. And you're worried about ratings and this, that, and the third. You got Beyonce on one game. You got Christmas NBA games on ESPN and ABC. It's just all over the place. It's all over the place. And, everybody's betting, which is great. Obviously, the people that are going to watch the games the closest are people who have money on the games. Let me tell you something. If you got money on the game, you don't give a shit about the apps. You'll figure it out. But the majority of people just want to watch the ball game. I just want to watch Lamar Jackson. Just want to watch Patrick Mahomes. I just want to watch the Steelers crash and burn. I want to watch it all. But like I said, on Christmas Day, you had NFL and you had NBA. And Christmas was on a Wednesday. I'm like, what the f*** is going on? Wednesday night football? I don't care if you got Beyonce, no disrespect, or not. Normally, Christmas is for the NBA and even LeBron James, the great LeBron James, who's, I don't know who they were playing. Maybe it was Sacramento. He caught the ball in the post, spun, and then dunked it on a motherfucker with 2 hands. I'm like, this is a 40-year-old man doing that shit. And we're not at the rec league. We're in the NBA. He caught the ball in the post, drop-stepped like James Worthy in his prime. James Worthy had one of the illest drop steps ever. Caught the ball. I think Akeem shaked. James Worthy drop step and then yammed it on somebody at 40. But he said after the games, I love the NFL, but Christmas is our day. Like, what are we trying to do here? Beyonce? Again, no disrespect to the Beehive. What else is going on? The UFOs, the unidentified flying objects, they're all over the place. They got them all over the place. Everybody's freaking out. Now they got them in the Bronx. They got them in New York City. They were allegedly spotted over Central Park. Everybody's freaking out. Nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's giving any answers on where and what and who is manning these UFOs. People are saying there's drones. People are saying they're military. Said it once. I've said it many times. I don't believe in UFOs. It's 2025. for all intents and purposes. It's 2025. You're in a UFO? You're actually in a UFO? Show yourself. You probably got weapons. Show yourself. I was just in Miami. I'm at the beach, looking out into the water. I'm like, this is a perfect spot for some unidentified flying objects, some spacemen to come down in a flying saucer on some ET shit and show themselves. First of all, there's women walking around, thong bikinis all over the place down there in Miami. Well, don't you want to see? Don't you want to get out of your little flying saucer and see what's popping in Miami? Expose yourselves. They say they're smarter than everybody down here on planet Earth. They're more advanced than everybody down here on planet Earth. They should certainly be able to show themselves without a problemo. I don't believe it until I see it. It's 2025, and like I said, I've seen the crop dusting, I've seen all the videotape. What I haven't seen is one of these little green suckers get out of their flying saucer and show us what they got. Show us what we got a lot of shit going on down here. We got LeBron James, Taylor Swift, we got Timothée Chalamet Ding Dong. We got all kinds of things down here of interest. Kendrick Lamar, Kendrick Lamar Drake beef is going on. We got Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. All sorts of exciting shit. We got we had an incredible presidential election. Show us what the fuck you got, you little green unidentified flying object. Little you. I don't think there's been any UFOs over Jersey. I don't care what they're screaming about in the Bronx about you. These are drones now. Now these are drones. Now people are playing games. They know, like, oh, you can make it on America's Next Top Video. Get on TMZ. You videotape your friend doing the drone. You do the lights. You put some special. I need to see it. Okay? I need to see it. Maybe they are real and they're like watching Earth like it's a reality TV show. Who the fuck knows? But I need to see it to believe it. Personally, I don't think it's real. I don't believe in UFOs. I don't believe in spells, spooks, vampires. I don't believe in any of that shit. I don't believe in any of that shit. I need to see it to believe it. Enough. Enough is enough. If you're really, really about that life, show us what you got. Show us what you got. Your little flying saucer, UFO, Green Goblin, Close Encounter with the Third Kind ass motherfucker. We need to see you. Come down here. You're so smart. You're so advanced. You're so powerful. You should be able to, show yourself and then fly off to wherever the fuck you're from. Where are you from? Pluto? Saturn? Mars? Nobody knows. Nobody knows because it's not true. What else is going on? So much is going on in the Middle East during Hanukkah. We're almost at 450 days since October 7th, and the hostages, 7 of whom are American. There are 7 American hostages. 7 Americans are still in Gaza. 7 American hostages. There are 5 men over 80 years old in Gaza. There are 10 women in Gaza. The entire Bibis family is still there. And they are saying now, there's so much talk about a hostage deal. And Hamas is saying now that that the possibility of a hostage deal is less than it was a couple of days ago. They have no accounting. They have no actual accurate accounting and verification of what hostages are alive. They have no accurate accounting, verification of what hostages are actually alive. Yet and still, every single time there is an airstrike from Israel, they know exactly how many people are dead. They know exactly how many journalists are dead. They know exactly how many men, women, and children are dead. They know exactly how many people are dealing with starvation, yet they have no accounting for the hostages that they took, that they kidnapped, that they stole 15 months ago. When 5 journalists get shot and killed, they have that information right away. And it always turns out that the journalists ain't journalists. Let me make sure we all understand. Journalists ain't journalists. Doctors ain't doctors. Teachers ain't teachers. Civilians ain't just civilians in Gaza. Nothing is what it seems to be in Gaza. Everything is a lie. The greatest day in the history of Gaza was October 7th. That's why they celebrated like they won the NBA title. That's why they celebrated like they won the Super Bowl.